We shall only speak in really high language. I did this challenge with my friend that I shall only speak. I'm saying shall. Okay, I'm only going to speak in either Star Wars quotes or like movie quotes in general, but mostly Star Wars quotes. And I feel like we should do this challenge right now.
I feel like there should be a lot of Yoda quotes.
No, it has to say content.
I don't know many quotes.
Did you not watch Star Wars?
I did, but I mean, it's been a while.
Like, well, which movies?
Also, I'm kind of in the opinion that they're overrated.
Oh, wait.
You know.
Yeah, me as well.
I have the high ground.
I also think they're kind of overrated.
But you surely have like, you think one or two are like great, I guess.
No.
Oh, they're all like overrated.
No. Let's put it like this. First of all, the prequels, we don't even talk about them. They don't even get mentioned. They're that bad, right?
Okay.
I'm talking about the original 3 with Luke Skywalker.
Okay. Tell me.
I'm saying no. It's not like they're bad, but I think they're overrated because, relative to their time, they were very, very good.
Really good.
Yeah, but I think compared to like movies and stuff now, it's not that good.
Oh, well, of course.
No, I know, but so I'm saying I can't really look at it relatively. I just look at it now, and why would I watch that when I can watch, I don't know, like The Dark Knight or a good Avengers movie, not Infinity War?
Oh, you hate Infinity War.
Yeah,
we were tracking at the other podcast.
I'm going to join you on this. The hating.
Really, why? Infinity War is just. I really love that movie. It is really like just unexpected and very well done.
Grossing movie of all time.
What is it?
Really well. The most grossing. Got the most.
Endgame got the most money, like box office wise.
Yeah.
Listen, I would tell you what.
Yeah. Okay.
Infinity War. My personal thoughts. It wasn't actually. I actually enjoyed the movie until the end when Thanos snapped his fingers, and you just saw everyone like disappearing, and you're like, this is like. I don't feel anything because we know they're gonna come back, and then the sequel Endgame, in my opinion, was a total disaster. So it just makes me see Infinity War as like a bit of like a worse movie because the sequel is just like eh.
Yeah, I Thor scene. The Thor scene is awesome.
Those are awesome.
Like when it comes down in Wakanda.
Yeah.
Oh
Those scenes are fucking badass.
I rewatched those and I just bust in that, honestly.
Those are so good.
This is so amazing.
First of all, like you think about it, it's an Avengers movie, and one of the great things that they did is that they made sort of Thanos sort of a hero because in his eyes he's doing the right thing. And you really like sympathize with the guy, and it's called Avengers Infinity War, and I could call it like the Thanos movie. I don't care. It's really like I guess it's just a weird pace. And honestly, for me, because I'm like such like Marvel and DC fan, I was never expecting. I heard there was 2 movies, so I was just like, okay, I'm expecting Thanos is gonna like get 3 stones in the first movie. And then 3 stones in the other movie, and in the end is a big climax. Everybody comes in together and all that. Okay, and I never expected that he was gonna snap his hand, like he was gonna snap out of nowhere. Especially when like Thor just like, spoiler alert, just like freaking like stabbed him, like or like whatever he just did with his axe, or is it a hammer axe? A hammer axe,
I guess.
Yeah, whatever.
The second one,
awesome thing it is.
The one that he made was an axe, and the one we had before is a hammer.
Yeah, so it's an axe, and like I never expected for him to snap his fingers. Plus, like I really love that movie just because of Thanos himself. There were these really like, if I think about character development, I don't see Iron Man, I don't see all that in Infinity War. I see Thanos, which is like really like I feel like it's really like weird and a really great movie. I prefer Infinity War over Endgame. That is true. I really, because you just see how much they like put effort in Infinity War, and in Endgame you just really like. There's some things here and there, just like I was like, Oh, one thing that the Marvel really like loves to do, at least I feel like it's like put the most annoying jokes in the most weirdest what do you call it, places ever in the middle of the movie, where it just totally turns you off from all emotion and all that.
I don't know. I don't remember any of the jokes. I like the fact that Marvel has jokes all the time though.
Yeah, I guess. For me in my head, sorry, in my head I just have the Thanos dancing like with the green screen behind, like yeah.
I was actually I talked to Evie about that whole thing that Thanos. I think Thanos' character development was really good. Although Evie doesn't agree with that part.
Yeah, I don't.
Why?
I thought his character, they tried to make him like what they try to do is make it that he seem that he's not all evil, right? Like you said, that from his perspective he's not a villain. But I think the logic they give Thanos to make it seem like he's not a villain seems just kind of stupid to me. Like his logic is to save the universe, I have to kill half the universe. So in my eyes, I'm like, well, you're just a fucking idiot. So I don't know. I didn't really like that. Also in the second movie though, they had nothing. It was just a big meanie.
I'm thinking about like one of those subjects I study because I pictured is biology, and I'm trying to think like, for example, if Thanos just used the stones to give like, for example, more food and more place, just more place in the universe, would that basically solve like his problem, his personal problem? And I was thinking about it. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it doesn't. Like, if I'm trying to imagine if I'm like, it's sort of like you put a certain species in a certain place. Now you just give him a lot of food. Now there is way too much food. There is way too much space. So immediately, I guess that species will say, okay, now we have to be more. And then it'll just fill up more space. And maybe by erasing half of living things, no, you have a point. You have a point. Why didn't just Thanos just...
Actually, I have a counter argument to what you've said. To play devil's advocate, let's say you give animal a lot of space, a lot of food. They're basically living in a certain paradise. Then they'll, like, through evolution, they'd become like softer and like less, I guess, lazier, and I'd probably make them more accessible to predators to kill them, which then would like lower their chances of survival. And yeah, no,
bro, what are we?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
We escaped the food chain. No, we're Gucci.
No, I'm not saying we don't have enough food in the world. There's people who like. I'm not. If I'm saying
we're living.
I'm saying if the whole species.
Yeah,
but I'm saying if the whole species got all the resources they needed. That's not like that.
I realize we don't technically have all the resources, but we essentially do. We do, not literally every human, but like we do.
I know. I'm not every human. That's what I'm saying.
I don't see your point.
I'm saying if you give take a let's say you take a monkey and you make just basically you put them in an environment where they don't have to work for shit, then they'll evolve. They'll basically evolve and like lose character traits that make them strong, and then make them easier for them to be attacked by predators.
But I guess that would be the whole like mindset behind developing like more basically things, more food and more resources. Is basically you don't just give someone the resource, you have to work for it, sort of.
See, that's a new thing you bring in here, working for it.
Yeah, what I'm thinking also is like I just imagined the end of like Avengers Infinity War, Thanos talks about equality, talks about it's half the universe, you know? It can be anyone. It can be anyone. What happens if he snaps his fingers and it's him?
Yeah,
Like, he gets snapped. I feel like, and I like started entering this like mentality. The Thanos is a character. It's basically he has his own goals. He has his own personality. He has his own ego as well. Like you see throughout the movies, like he shows compassion at the same time he shows his ego or something like that. And you can really, I'm really like thinking about, although he had all of that power, he still like choose to be a little bit selfish and just like, I'm gonna save myself. Like I feel like that's how like a little like human side that like Thanos has as a character, because I like watching like the Thanos character and see it how he's basically a human. I can still like I can see myself doing the same thing, like grabbing what I believe in and taking it super far. And in the end, when I finally have it, still have like that little ego, like I still need to win something. You know, I got my goal, but I can really like gain something from it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's just really. I just feel like it's a really great character. In Avengers Endgame, it's a totally different guy. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate what they did. I hate what they did.
I also hate that part. Did you watch a video about why Thanos should deserve to get the seven Infinity Stones?
Is it 7?
Or 6? I think it's 6. I think it's 6. It's 6. I said
reality, power, soul, mind, time and space.
Time and space. 6. Yeah.
6.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense. There's the 5 for the fingers and then one in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I just looked at my hand. Oh, confirmation. Wait, why does Thanos deserve to have the same?
I'm just wondering because there's a video that basically details like kind of things that the show writers and director kind of like showed in a movie that kind of, as the audience, we feel like Thanos deserved to win Infinity War. It's like a detailed video that explains the theory behind that.
As a writer,
what?
As a writer, I see it. I see like why. There's some really like. I just feel like in Avengers: Infinity War, they really worked really well. I didn't feel like there was too many guys, although there was like a huge cast. I didn't feel like the whole time it was like, oh, who the hell is this guy? Like, you know, who is this here and there? Or they give you a little explanation like through funny dialogue and all that. Like, and you know, then Avengers Endgame is just like all the like stereotypical like things that I have in my head over Hollywood and like blockbuster movies, just straight up to Avengers Endgame.
Also, they had Captain Marvel, and she was a fucking dick. I hate that.
He was a weird character. He was a very weird character.
Yeah. I still cried like a baby, though. I have to admit it. I
didn't. Everyone's like, it's such a sad movie. Like, so many people cry. I left the movie confused when I was supposed to cry.
Wait, like in the end of Endgame?
And then of both of them.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, actually, at the end of the second one, I see when you're supposed to cry. Okay, never mind. But yeah. He died. Yeah.
He had a funeral and everything.
Yeah.
Dude, I got sad at Endgame just because I realized there's going to be no more Iron Man movies, and those were so good.
It was an awesome character. Yeah.
I really like also watching.
I was a big fan of the movie though, but I was a big fan of the character, but there's Marvel movies I like a lot more than the Iron Man movie.
That's true, but his character was I like
the dickish characters, the dicky ones.
Like in every Avenger movie, the dynamic between like Captain America and Iron Man has been like amazing.
Yeah,
I love it.